Hey guys, this is Bobby Clue with the Somerset-Pulaski County Chamber of Commerce, back at it again for another one of our virtual ribbon cuttings right here in the heart of downtown Somerset today. We're very excited. I'm out here with Crystal Cox, director of the United Way of South Central Kentucky, and it's a big day around here. We are doing a grand opening for their new office right here. Now we're at 206 West Mount Vernon Street. So we're on East Mount Vernon, you're on West Mount Vernon. So we're essentially right next to the Pulaski County Fuel Depot. Right over there is the old bus station and Safe Harbor Insurance. And we've got a couple of Cundiff properties right across from us. You can't miss us. We're looking at the fountain right here. So we always want to give you guys a frame of reference of where we're at, and it's a big day, Crystal, so Thanks for having us out.
Yeah, thanks so much, Bobby. So one of the first things that I started working on when I took this position in July was finding us a permanent home, and I think we found it. We love this building. I'm excited for you guys to see the work we've done to it.
It is, live TV. See, that's what happens sometimes when you're live. An 18-wheeler drives by. Would you care to give us a tour? I mean, it's
Absolutely.
A great location. So you were, just for a frame of reference, you were right downtown. You were just a couple doors down from us. And that building was a little bit dilapidated, and more importantly, you didn't own it.
Right.
So this is a chance for you all to own an asset for the United Way and have a great space for your board members and people that want to come in and people that do business with you guys.
Yeah, and it also provided an opportunity to rejuvenate a historic part of Somerset. So this house we know has been on the property since 1892. So it's a very old part of Somerset, and we're really happy to bring it back to life and to let it be something that'll give back to our community for decades to come.
Right on. Well, why don't we go inside and let's go take a look at everything.
Absolutely.
Can we do that?
Yeah, come on. So first I want to brag on my favorite part of the renovation are the beautiful hardwood floors. So when they started sanding these, when we came in, they were really dark wood. They sanded them and saw this beauty, so we just refinished them their natural color. They're just absolutely gorgeous and original to the home. Most of the trim is original to the home, so we really tried to keep that historic charm that comes with these old houses. So this is our entryway and our boardroom. We'll also probably host some classes in here as we start to grow. Just really excited for a new space and new opportunity on this side of town.
So was this a complete renovation from top to bottom? Was there,
Largely,
you were able to save the floors?
We were able to save most of the structural elements of the house. The walls are the original plaster walls. The ceilings are the original plaster ceilings, with a few areas that had to be patched.
Sure.
We've redone all of the electrical, all of the plumbing, all of the HVAC. We were the beneficiaries of the Lowe's Hero Grant this year, so all of our light fixtures, our toilets, our shiplap for the sunroom, countless other tiny items that go into a renovation, all were donated by Lowe's. The wall paint was donated by Sherwin-Williams. I mean, our community's just really stepped up and supported us and helped us make this a reality, to really make it a place that can be ours for many years to come.
Well, it looks great, and it'll be it's a great resource to help all your member companies as well. So how many member companies and organizations do you all represent?
We support 27 partner agencies around our 10-county region. We support the 10-county Lake Cumberland area, and on average, we support over 71,000 people across the region, providing help in the areas of health, education, and financial stability. And we do that through those partner agencies. And we are now starting to identify the areas that are true needs for our communities, but those agencies are not meeting. And one of those we know is financial education and financial literacy. We also know that our school systems need support in keeping kids from falling behind, so we'll be looking at areas that we can help with those. And that's why we really needed the bigger space, because this opens up the ability for us to host some classes, to maybe start some mentorship programs for those kids that are falling behind, to be able to do virtual meetings with our counties that are not right here, at least during COVID, until we can get to where we can really engage more with those outlying communities. So it opens up a lot of new opportunities too.
Well said. I've driven by this place a million times, and I don't know if I ever have seen it look this good. I mean, it really has. You've turned this into your own space now, and it's you've done a great job. Can we look at a little bit more of the facility?
Absolutely. And as we walk, I want to say a very special thank you to SPEDA and to Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital for donating most of our furniture. We've had to put very little money into the furnishings of this place. The furnishings that we have paid for are mostly artwork, and we got that money from auctioning off the stuff that we didn't want from the old office. So this really has been a very affordable project to be such a large project. And the amount of furniture that we received from SPEDA and from the hospital is just overwhelming.
Well,
very,
wonderful.
very thankful.
Yeah, it's incredibly expensive to furnish a building. We went through this process with an old building downtown a few years ago, and it takes an army to put it together for sure.
Yeah.
But it looks really good, and this is the first floor. The sunroom out there. I noticed the shiplap, and I knew things like that. It looks really modern. It looks very new and clean, and
it's got all new windows. We don't have the new windows installed on the house proper yet, but they're coming. So that's another big element we were able to do. New roof, new gutters. I mean, we've been able to do all of the big things so that for the next several years, we shouldn't have any big surprises to worry about.
Oh, yeah. We're going through that roof issue. We're putting a new roof on our building. As we speak, we're getting bids. So we're going upstairs now?
Now, Bobby Clue, in old houses, the ceilings can be a problem.
People used to be shorter back in the day, apparently. I don't think I fit it. That's a little short.
So I love this landing space. We kept the original banister, which just has a lot of character. We've got a storage room up here. My office off to the right as you come up the stairs. And this other room will end up being our education room, which I'm pretty excited about. We don't know exactly what that's going to be yet, but it gives us a space to be able to hopefully start some internship projects and get some interns from the local schools, the local community college, and maybe eventually the university as it comes into existence, and start some new programs for people in our community and across our region.
Has this always been a house before this? Has it ever been any other businesses or anything like that? Or is this, what's the history here for the last, recent history anyway on this building?
Recent history, it's been vacant for probably 10, 15 years.
Oh, just sitting
somewhere
here.
around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the last occupants, I believe, was a quilt shop that leased it from the person that we bought it from, Mr. Adams. And prior to that, they had tried leasing it and it just hadn't found something that was going to be a long-term fit for this space. Before that, his mother and aunt were raised in this home. Their parents owned the car lot that was next door, which they've graciously opened up for our parking for today. But the Wilsons owned the car lot next door, and they lived here. They raised their family here, and they were here for 60 years or more. So the Commonwealth Journal did a really great article for us to connect kind of the history of where the house has been, the future, and that was in their Living magazine. I may not have the name of that magazine just right, but it came out in the beginning of May, and they've got plenty of copies down at their office, of course. But it gives a lot of great history. Miss Wilson, her daughter, Jeff's mother, Linda Adams, she sat down with us, and this rejuvenated her interest in the property. So she started seeking out the history of it, and she's who found deed records that show it was here in 1892. It had been a boarding house or bed and breakfast at some point for the bus station that you pointed out is just kind of diagonal across from us. And she just found a lot of the history of the house, and we brought that together in a really nice article that we've shared it on our Facebook page as well, so people can find it on there electronically.
Well, you know, it's got to bring the family a great sense of closure, too, to know that a great organization like the United Way is going to kind of make this their forever home. You know, that's kind of how we looked at our move downtown. You know, we wanted to invest in downtown. We wanted to make it a forever home for the chamber. You know, we're not going to be there a few years and then sell that as an asset. You know, we're going to be a part of that fabric and that culture for, you know, decades to come. So I would imagine that that's something that the family felt very good about, knowing you all are going to be here.
They did. That was really what made them decide to sell to us. This house was not on the market. It wasn't listed. One of our board members knew the owner, and I said, why don't you reach out to him? It's been sitting there for a long time with nothing in it. Why don't you reach out to them and see if they would consider it? So they said, you know, honestly, let me think about it and pray about it over the weekend. And they came back to us the next week and said, okay, I'm ready to talk about it. So it really did. It brought a lot of closure to them to know that this history is going to stay here. The house is going to stay here. They were concerned if somebody bought it, they might demolish it or something. We don't want to do that. We want to keep it as beautiful as we can, keep it here for a long time, and honor their family's legacy through it. We've kept a lot of features that we think give it a lot of character. I mean, the cracks in the walls, we left them. They give character, and it shows it really is an old home.
Well, it's a beautiful upgrade that you've given this old home, and you know, it's great to know that an organization like the United Way is going to be here, and they're going to breathe new life into this building. So that's exciting. So what else? So let me ask you this, just about the United Way. If people want to get a hold of you all, how do we do that? Do you have a Facebook? Do you have a phone number? Do you have a website? How do we get a hold of you?
We post the most updates on our Facebook page, and we've tried to make that as simple as possible. UWSCKY. So that's United Way, South Central Kentucky. We are in the office usually Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, and our office number is 606-679-2974. And you'll see me out and about in the community quite a bit. I'm at a lot of chamber events. We're going to be ramping up our events as COVID restrictions fall to the wayside. We've got a golf scramble coming up in August. That's a great way for people to come out and support us and become involved. We're looking at a lot of other unique things that we may be able to do. And right now, we've got a 50-50 raffle going on to celebrate our ribbon cutting. We'll be drawing it for it at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So you can call the office, swing by sometime today. We're doing our open house until 6. So you can come by and buy some tickets. They're $5 a ticket, and we'll split the proceeds with whoever the winner is. So good way to support us, good way to maybe win a little extra cash for your pocket. And we'll be trying to be more involved in our community. You know, this is where we call home. We support 10 counties, so I'll be out and about quite a bit trying to make connections in all of those counties too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a big region that you all represent.
About 3,300 square miles.
Sure.
It's a big space.
Put a few miles on that truck.
Just a little bit.
Well, great. Well, is there anything else we need to know before we go and do our in-person ribbon cutting?
I would not be doing our renovation justice if I didn't recognize Ross Construction Group. They have gone above and beyond for us to make sure that we could get in this space in a timely manner. They knew we wanted to be in here quickly so that we were able to financially be as responsible as possible, to not be paying lease on a space and a mortgage on a space any longer than necessary. So they really worked hard to get us in quickly, and they've done a fantastic job. All of their subcontractors have been wonderful to us. I mean, they've done this way more affordably than we dreamed it could be, because it was to benefit the community that they live in and they work in.
Sure.
So I just have to really, really say thank you to them and to all of the people who have donated to make it possible.
Didn't you mention earlier that there's a grant you got through Lowe's that they gave you? They donated all the appliances or the fixtures here in the...
All of our light fixtures, ceiling fans, the toilets, the faucets, the trim paint, shiplap, and then, you know, little things that we made along the way.
You said Sherwin-Williams here locally, they donated paint.
They donated all of the wall paint, so this beautiful gray paint that we decided to go with.
You know, it takes, I'm telling you, it takes an army, and it's awesome to see our local guys You know, I think a lot of people, they look at Lowe's and they say, oh, they're just a big guy. Well, they help the little guys here locally. And, you know, they employ a lot of local people, and Brandon does a great job over there. And Sherwin-Williams, they donated every bit of paint for the mural on the side of our building.
Yeah, they do a lot.
They do a lot. They give back a lot. And it's great that they helped you make this as affordable as possible so you can use your money for other things.
Exactly. And then same with the ribbon cutting today. We've got Kroger Marketplace gave us a $100 gift card. Plus, with us moving, we got a 10 off 100 coupon. So that really let it go farther so that we could buy food for today. Pro Trade Hardware brought their grill out, their Traeger grill. So they're grilling hamburgers and hot dogs for us at noon and at 5. Zaxby's donated sweet tea and unsweet tea. I love their tea. So I, of course, had to ask Shannon if he would donate. And Chick-fil-A donated desserts for us.
Great.
So all of our food today has been donated by our community because they see that the work we do is valuable. Mm-hmm. And any way that they can help us out, it all adds up, it all helps.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we're here at the grand opening of the new office for the United Way of South Central Kentucky. I'm here with Crystal Cox, their executive director. She's doing a wonderful job. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We have many more of our virtual ribbon cuttings scheduled for the next few weeks, so stay tuned. What we're going to do now is we're going to go downstairs and we're going to do one of our in-person ribbon cuttings as well. So thanks for tuning in, Crystal. Thank you very much.
Thank you all so much.
We appreciate you being a member of the Chamber and supporting us, and we look forward to continuing a really long, good relationship between our organizations.
Long before either of us would.
Absolutely. So, guys, thanks again, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful day. Be safe.